Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing well. For those who have been following for a couple of months or years, this is where you get valuable stock analysis, stock projections, stock listing for you to be able to build wealth, and have a compounded financial stream for yourself. If you're a civil servant or a worker, a business owner, whatever you do that brings you money, the best way you can secure it for consistent and sustainable growth is in the financial market. So today, I'm going to be doing something very intentional, which is investing in the memory space. Investing in memory space because a lot of persons have been talking about the AI industry, data centers, the space, and a whole lot of them. Everything that these people are building in AI industry, space, semiconductor, all of them, they need data storage. So if you build anything you want to build in the telecommunication industry without the memory to save it, then there's a problem. And so what I'm going to be sharing with you today are ETF, exchange traded funds, best exchange traded funds that are targeting and following most of these telecom space. Is important. So it is very important for you to know where you want to channel your money, because it's not everybody that have that muscle or strength or patience, to be able to follow individual stocks. Individual stocks come with a lot of volatility, both upside and also the downside. However it is, ETF has always been one of the major safeguard bucket, and most investors, especially beginners, use to save their money and also compound it as it grows. Because ETF are pool of companies, pool of stocks put together into one basket for growth. And so this is Round Hill Memory. So this particular Round Hill Memory ETF is actually targeting only over 70% of the memory companies. And I'm going to be listing it out here. We'll do the analysis, but I'm checking the holdings so that the companies that are into this particular sector. And so this is SK Heinz today is one of the largest memory space company today. And then you have the Samsung, you have Micron Technologies, you also have Digital, Western Digital, you have SanDisk. If you have been following the market, you understand what SanDisk, Micron Technologies, Seagate, and even Western Digital have been doing very recently. The same with SK Hynix. So these are companies, you can see over 25% from SanDisk, you see Samsung. All these are memory companies that are doing absolutely well. And the number continue to expand because more companies are building data centers, they are building AI infrastructure, and of course even the semiconductor are coming in. And then whatever you want to do, you need space. And so for me, this is one of my best company that you should buy if you want to follow and target ETF. Don't just buy ETF because they told you exchange traded funds are very safe, you hardly lose and all that. No, not all. But we are following the technological space, especially that of the AI and data center. And so let me go and check the geographical exposure to know which countries actually, investing more or that have more of their composite inside this drum. You can see Republic of Korea 41%, United States 34%, Taiwan, Ireland, all these ones. The same thing with currency, the same thing with sector. For the sector, it is completely technology. Yes, complete technology. And in fact, if you are planning to make money for your entire life, money that you will make and also live for your generation to come, technology is the best way to go. And this is over 70% exposure to this particular ETF. And so if you check the industry, you have semiconductors and semiconductor equipment, communication equipment, technology, hardware, storage, and these are what we target. We don't just put our money anywhere people direct us to go and put it. No. If you want to put your money in any investment, let it be on a valuable pool, a valuable industry and index where it will bring you more money. So if you need to invest in any ETF, these are some of the ETF that you should invest your money, you should buy. And when you buy it now, of course, the space for it to run are very, very large. The space for it to run are very large. And so I'm going to list out one more stock again for you to buy. Another stock that you should buy that is an ETF also. It is yes, I have this let me check it. Awesome. This is Wisdom, WTAI. Yes, WTI, Wisdom Tree Artificial Intelligence, holdings. This is another stock that you can put into your radar, for growth. And these companies, they are just coming up, and so they have very large room for them to run. You can see United States is in fact controlling much of it. They're still targeting into the data centers and also that of storage. And I love companies like this. You can see the units of the weighted percentage that make up this particular ETF, this particular pool. You have Micron Technology taking the largest, you have SK, you have Samsung, you have Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Digital Ocean, Oracle, and the same with Meta platform, that is Facebook. A whole lot is coming up. So if you want to build wealth around funds or around ETF, these are the kind of stock that you should add to your radar. And don't forget, it does not end there. It does not end there. And also have one more again, which is focusing on the that of quantum computing. Yes, quantum computing. Many of you have been hearing it because currently the United States has actually pulled over $2 billion into the quantum computing industry. And so which are the stocks, which are the companies that are going to benefit from this kind of pool of funds, which are the companies that are going to benefit from it. So for you, you may want to follow individual stocks that are targeting this industry. But then when you invest into a particular fund that is an ETF, it helps you to save a lot. And so if you check the industry, if you break it down, you'll be able to see the different industry, the different sector, and the level of their percentage that are taken into this from this particular pool of funds. You see, the highest is technology, which is over 83% in control, over 83% in control. And then you have communication, industrials, consumer cyclical, real estate, and all those ones. But then the major one is technology, communication, industrial, and consumer cyclical. And from the technology, you can see IonQ is there, Intel is there, Rigetti Computing, QBTS, AMD, all these. In fact, even Nokia, you see Nokia, QBT, Amazon, Google, Cisco. These are amazing companies that you should not ignore. Yes, for those of you who have been following me, in fact, one of the best things that you should look out for in this second phase of the year, the second 6 months of the year that we will soon enter, this is one of the stocks that you should consider. Don't joke about it. Don't play around it. Just add it to your radar. And it's still very, very cheap, $39 right now. And so there is more that you are going to see moving forward. And so I will not waste time to make sure I add this particular stock to my radar. I'm going to be buying it. I'm going to be buying it for even some of my investors that I manage their portfolio. These are what you should always look out for. You can see the chart. they are just moving. There is more that you should get into this company. And so, if today is just the first time you are coming across my YouTube channel, please do me one favor. You like, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Help this video to get at least 50 likes. You can also share it. If you have any comment or any question to ask, go to the comment section and ask me. If you have been following me for years and you made money over the week, just tell me one of the stocks that you have made money from. If you made money from QBT, or you made money from Micron Technology, AMD, just let me know. Or you made money from Rigetti Computing, because these are stocks that I listed over 1 year ago, and it is pulling out millions for investors. Moving forward, there are a lot of videos on my channel that you can watch that will help you to decide the best stock to invest in. See you in my next video. I remain your coach, Casimir.